Yo, what up, Krusty?
What up, Lloyd?
What up, Lloyd? Hey, Lloyd, I done hit a stain for about 100. Nigga, when you coming home? Let's motherfucking gun it. We need a couple of bangers, so go on and call back.
Welcome everybody. Welcome to Entrepreneur Nizzle News. And that's NIGGA, never ignorant, getting goals accomplished. I'm your co-host, I'm your host, Chicago Face.
And I'm Kyrie Universal.
And what we are is a news show to give you news that look like people like you and me. And guess what? Everybody else, because ain't nothing racist over here with us. Third show, Lord.
Hey, you know what it is.
How you feeling, Lord?
Everything groovy. Just looking at the world today, man, it's since our last podcast, it's been a whole lot going on.
Well, who the show dedicated to today?
Oh, today the show is dedicated,
to two people today.
Yeah, indeed. Malcolm X, El Haj Malik El Shabazz. Today or yesterday would have been his 96th birthday. You dig? So our shining prince. I mean,
Happy birthday, Malcolm X.
Indeed, and unfortunately yesterday, but it's kind of striking that it happened on his birthday as well. The passing of Paul Mooney.
Paul Mooney,
a pioneer. I mean, this man. Listen, let me tell you, if you like Richard Pryor, you gotta love.
You gonna love Paul.
You got to. He was one of the writers, one of his collaborators, and an activist. Always pushing the envelope. But he passed away yesterday, so that was
that's big.
So
Malcolm X, Paul Mooney, today's dedication. Amen to both of y'all brothers. Rest in peace. Real talk. Every day, all day. What's the first on the topic today, big bro?
North Carolina. Tweaking. You hear me? You're tweaking.
North Carolina.
Look, the Andrew Brown situation where the brother got shot doing
bullshit.
So they have now found the officer saying that it was justified in their shooting.
How?
I don't know what film they were watching, but from what I saw, I mean, the man, he had a vehicle. Now, this will all come out in the courts, hopefully, but I mean, forgive us for being skeptical in the justice system. Rightfully so. But the man was swerved, he tried to swerve. The man could have hit the officers with the car. You shooting at me, I'm telling you, I probably would have tried to hit one of the officers. I'm just being honest with you. I mean, just out of the panic. The man carefully drove around not to hit them. And the way that he dies is by getting shot in the back of his head. So, I mean...
I want to give a shout out. And this is going to touch home. I want to give a shout out to everybody that had something done to them in the past, back in the day, where there wasn't no cell phone cameras. Because we can only imagine the shit that was not videotaped, like Emmett Till, stuff like that. Hey man, I just want y'all people to know, hey man, we got a heart for y'all, real talk. And hey, that's how was it justified? You study shooting brothers down in the streets every day, and I just don't understand how can it be. But if you don't get out and vote, if you don't get out and put people in office that look like you, guess what? That's the way that it's going to continue to be.
Real talk. And another point that's crazy with North Carolina, I want to say this. Google this. Judge John M. Tyson, an appeals court judge.
Broad.
So one of the people that you vote in that looks after, that is you as a taxpayer that would be responsible looking after family members, colleagues, anyone that may enter into the justice system. This gentleman decided that he seen some protesters outside. They're out there doing their thing. You look it up. I want y'all to go look this up. The man decides, I see some protesters out. I'm gonna swerve my car and almost hit one of them. High speed rate, drive, allegedly. Although they have camera of this, they got video of it. So a judge. So this is somebody that's making decision on somebody's life and the well-being of their life, or how things turn out. And this is how you choose to exercise your disagreement with something about somebody protesting about police reform. Because that's what it was about. It was a police reform protest.
Right.
But like I say, man, North Carolina this week, man, love the NC, but Man, they get the donkey this week for that,
see,
boy.
I promise you one thing. You will never be my home. But North Carolina, you saved my life. And I ain't going to never take that away from you. Never, ever, ever. But one more thing, though, big bro. Israel. Palestine. Come on, y'all. Y'all killing people, man. What the fuck? Y'all out there killing people, man. Now, let's don't get it twisted. I'm sorry. The Israel people stole their land, jacked their shit, took their shit, and that's all what it's about. The Gaza Strip, the land, and hey man,
indeed, bro.
It's
but
just sad,
let's look
man.
at the numbers though. This was crazy to me. 230 Palestinians. More than let me correct myself. More than 230 Palestinians been killed, over which more than 60 were children.
Right.
Have been killed.
Women and children.
Since this one kicked off, right? 12 Israelis have died.
12. Come on,
The
man.
rockets that are shot over into Israel, let me tell you. Now, Hamas, what they're doing, shooting them rockets over there, I don't agree with it at all. But let me tell you something, though. The entire Palestinian people are getting tortured, terrorized
Massacre.
over the decision of some. Over the decision or actions of a few. And it really, that's what it really is. It's a genocide. We sit back and watch this. Let me tell you what, I just want to go on something real quick, bro. I want to we got a little bit of age, so I want to tell you this. I've never been really young in the 70s and 80s. Let me tell you something. The communities of color had more of a bonding with the international community. Because what happened overseas, we looked at them and said, this is what's happening to us over here.
90s era, Chicago, New York, real talk.
They got away. We got away from it, and during that time of getting away from looking over across the water, so to speak, you got to realize these same things that happen to them. When we had an empathy for them, they had an empathy for us. Facts. And the brothers in the 60s and the 70s, you see the same struggles that they had in our communities and overseas, they were bonded as one. But once they were able to break that apart, we don't think about them, they don't think about us. What they doing to the Palestinian people, let me tell you right now.
That's wrong, man.
Kicking people out of their home. Not just kicking people out, expelling people out of their homes. There were recently three residential buildings brought down. They trying to destroy Hamas tunnels. They got tunnels, that they use to, But when they went ahead and destroyed 3 residential buildings with people still in them, you're not playing fair. You're not. What is it really about in the end?
And you better stop playing like the Muslims ain't got that work.
And you know what? I'm gonna tell you something that's a little bit crazy
Israel.
about the whole situation with that as well, though. Even what the media may not show you, Palestine is not just. The Palestinian people are not just Islamic as well. There are a lot of Palestinian Christians as well.
Real talk.
This is about the Palestinian people. This is not about. It should not, and it's not necessarily Jews against Palestinians.
Facts.
Or Jews against Muslims, so to speak. That's not what the situation is. The Palestinian people, they deserve to have a land where they were before, the 6 Day War in 1967. You know what I'm saying? So,
facts.
Just speaking on that, but I'm going to tell you something. Just looking back, I'm saying, equating to the hood.
Facts.
To break it down in terms for y'all. Police don't like you, and they decided it's a group that they favor. Let's just say they favor the Crips more than the Bloods, and they decided to say, you know what? We're going to work with the Crips, and we're going to kill all the Bloods, the police.
Can we use Vice Lords and Black Souls instead of Crips and Bloods? No disrespect to Crips and Bloods.
But you know what I'm saying? So, just to put it simplified in terms, but it's great. Both can exist. But I'm going to tell you something. It's just like that taking back to the streets. And I'm going to tie this into the street beats that be happening out of here. A lot of y'all be involved with wars, and a lot of people done died over wars that ain't got nothing to do with you, that you even know the true origins about.
Nothing.
To be honest with you. So I'm telling you, most wars and skirmishes and situations that happen, people don't know the whole basis of what may happen. And I'm telling you, you may not agree with it. Most of y'all wouldn't agree with where it originally started from, where that quote unquote beef come from. And I'm telling you, usually it's over some young lady, over a supposed show of force because somebody's ego got bruised. Somebody got beat up.
Or he got beat up and came back and told the guys it was 30 of them.
Man, we got to go get them.
And we got to go get them.
And then one important person get killed.
Fucked up.
It goes on. Ain't no end to it. To a point
talk.
where you forget where it actually came from.
Yep.
You know, but when you look at the end of the day, if war continues always, what do we leave for our children?
What do we leave for these babies, man?
Real talk.
And at the end of the day, that's what it's about. These babies, man. Just real talking. And yo, check this out. Lil Reese.
No disrespect. You know, shout out to the B's on the South Side.
Lil Reese,
you know.
I'm talking to you as a big brother. On some real Chicago Avenue shit. On some real Chicago Avenue. I'm talking about Chicago Avenue. Now, me and Big Bruh both Chicago Avenue dudes, okay? Now, he a Chicago Avenue dude from West, like Austin, Central, Laramie. All right? I'm Chicago Avenue, Pulaski to Kesey. You feel me what I'm saying? Hey. Look, we Chicago Avenue dudes, man. And one thing that we was taught on the Ave is this. Hey, man, when you get some money and you get your shit straight, it's time to slide, Clyde. Sticking around ain't gonna do shit but get you killed. Sticking around ain't gonna do nothing but get you whacked. I just sat up a few months ago and looked at you. What he wanted $1 million for his first interview when his throat was fucked up, when the niggas pulled up on the side of him and shot the car up and shit. Now, I just see that picture of him the other day sitting on the side of that pole like he wanted to die. And Lil Reese, that hurt my heart, my nigga.
Real talk, little bro.
Yo, little bro, that hurt my heart, man. I ain't want to see you out like that. You know you a player, man, but it's time for you to renegotiate, pimp. It's time for you to get your shit together, brother. It's time for you to leave them niggas alone. Hey, man, no love lost to the shortest, man, but just on some real shit. You can't keep doing the same shit and keep thinking you gonna get different results. You can't keep doing motherfucking bad thinking you gonna get good out of it. That shit just don't work. Brother. It's a cycle, man. That shit just don't work. And real talking, hey man, Lil Reese, you gotta get your shit together. Go out there with motherfucking Keith out there in Cali.
Man.
Hey, Keith, I love you, boy. It ain't about being no pussy. It's about the nigga that's the last man standing. Chief Keef got up and got the fuck on. But on some real shit, hey man.
Hey, while you say that real quick, let me interrupt real quick. When we talk about Chief Keef, I want to give I believe it was January 2nd, 2013, I believe. 2012, I'm sorry. Chief Keef, his half brother Boomtown, Lil Boomy. Man, I just want to give a shout out, rest in peace. Every time I think of Chief Keef, I think about my little homie Boomtown from YPN. So shout out, but go ahead, bro.
But I will say this, and I didn't want to repeat it. I didn't. But one of my homies went somewhere the other day.
Oh, man!
One of my homies went somewhere the other day. And this Chicago artist, I'm not gonna say your name because I actually fuck with you, my nizzle. I do.
Yeah,
we Chicago Avenue dudes, man. But one of my homies called me the other day and said, "Yo, I go to the kickback. You know, I step in the joint and I see my man." And I'm like, "Yo, that's him. That's the dude. That's him." And my man, like, it's a superstar in the room. But when he leaked over and the dude on the side of him had the little pass on that was leaning up and hugging all against him and shit, my man said, "Hold up, time out. 15 yards. Time out. What the fuck is going on?" I don't judge nobody on what they do and how they do. Hey, man, you live your life the way you want to. But imagine you find out one of your super comic heroes was a bride. Oh, that shit'll hurt like a motherfucker. But you my man, and we from around the way, so I could never motherfucking disrespect you any type of way. Chicago Avenue, my nigga.
Man, boy. Oh, on some uplifting news. Today, May 20th, is the inauguration of the groundbreaking for the Universal Hip Hop Museum in Bronx, New York.
The Bronx.
Man, listen here. Real talk. So we're talking about an art form that started in the park that changed the entire world. Real talk. Not only just is it $1 billion business, but I mean this is something, hip hop started, like they say, hip hop started out in the park. You dig? You know what I'm saying?
Park.
It's a way. It was us being able to tell our stories.
That's real talk.
That's what hip hop really breaks down. The whole, there's a hip hop culture. That's one thing we got to give a little bit more emphasis to more nowadays. It's an entire culture. But yeah. So want to give a shout out there to New York. I know the definitely shout out to Cool Herc. Hey man, listen here, the Godfather of hip hop.
Real
you
talk.
dig? Wait, one thing. We just talking on a few subjects here on our third podcast. We're keeping things going. Keep y'all informed. Troy Ave. Look,
that's the kid that shot my baby mama. That's the kid shot my baby mama in the toe, right? Hey, Troy, I'm fucking you up on sight, Lord.
Look,
love you, mate.
Look, Troy, have you fighting the case right now and everything, man? So I get what you're saying. Like I said, these people, if you don't know them, go Google them. But Casanova 2 times, I like the kid, man.
He locked up, right?
Yeah, he locked up right now. But let me tell you, kids, I just want to say this. If you ain't even been involved with the mob, what I mean by the mob, any street, tribe, organization, gang, all that is, man, listen, if this ain't a part of what you came up with, getting involved with it later, on the street level of it,
Word up.
man, that ain't what's happening. But anyway,
ain't where you want to be.
Casanova locked up now. Troy Ave, they had some snitch allegations, tried to throw dirt on a man's name before. However, I don't know. We're not here now, at our demo to go ahead and blame anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Megan, 646. 749. Megan, I love your juice ass. Damn, Megan. I'm sorry. I apologize for that.
Oh my goodness. But we're just saying this though, man. Now the man saying the man snitched. Now I would say this. I don't know about the whole situation with Casanova and everything. We're not gonna hear. Y'all not gonna take our podcast and say, well, they say why they been. All I know is this though. I'm just gonna say this here. I said in the last podcast, y'all gotta understand conspiracies and how it works with the feds. If you don't know, educate yourself. If you're gonna get involved in a life of crime, then you better learn how you crossing the line. You dig?
You did.
So,
hey, but we gotta do this though, Lord. The past couple days, I've been getting a lot of shout outs from that boy Trail out there in San Diego.
I see you.
To Icy out there in Vallejo. Icy out there playing one of my videos out there on the big joint on the big TV. And yo, we sitting back and we just sit back and hey man, I appreciate the love. To my boy Jersey, to all my people that's been out there supporting us. Hey man, Trail, Jersey, my guys over at Mall Supply, everybody at the gig. Hey man, to my California people, my Chicago people. Hey man, I want to thank y'all from the bottom of my heart, man. You know why? Because if you do anything, I'm gonna be the first supporter that you have. I'm gonna be the first supporter. So to all you haters who won't pick up the phone and say, yo, my nizzle, I appreciate you, blow a big one. A big one. Balls.
Hey, let me tell you. Let me give a few shout outs there. First and foremost, let me give a shout out first of all to the Holy City, 16th Lawndale. Y'all know what
Holy
it is. Y'all
City.
know what the is. Y'all know how I go. What's the vision? Rico, UD. Okay. I always want to give a shout out to a lot of the guys, you know what I'm saying? 75th, you know what I'm saying? Fintown, J-Town, all across the south side, near north. Come on, man. 1300, Marshallfield Gardens. And not just to them, but the different places where we go, you know what I'm saying, across the country. Bad News, VA. You did. Charlotte. You did. We call it Charac. You did, baby, Chicago.
Avis and Ferdinand, baby. 400 dead in Springfield.
Also giving a shout out to Indianola, Mississippi. Mississippi. The whole state of Mississippi. Real talk.
Word up.
You don't want to give a shout out to my guy, you know what I'm saying?
My Jacksonville, Florida people.
Shot.
My Greenville, South Carolina people. 25.
Hey, Lil
all
my
day,
D
White Horse Road.
Lil my D, I see your big ass.
Word up.
What up, though, boy? Hey.
Harlem, to the Polo Grounds, to Brooklyn, to Flatbush. Hey, man, we appreciate y'all.
Hey, y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is.
Now or Never Records, Entrepreneur Nizzle News. Hey, man, our third episode. We appreciate y'all. Peace.